Hey, Justin Rule here from Launch Kits. Hey, just wanted to take a few minutes and talk about this idea of quiet entrepreneurship. Ultimately, quiet entrepreneurship is the death of the hustle, grind mentality business. Um, this kind of hustle mentality, it just leads to burnout, fatigue, unhappiness. I mean, you are irritable. You are honestly kind of annoying to people that you hang out with because it's all about the newest hack, the newest thing. Did you see that? You're like headline chasing, but also like, back patting yourself on all these things that you've done and how many leads and the conversations. I've been in the rooms, I've been at the events where everyone's just waving their flag. Quiet entrepreneurship is this healthy, holistic mindset to building a profitable business that's healthy over time, not just in the business sense of, hey, how are your profits? How is your team culture? What kind of retention do you have of employees, of customers? Are you serving them with excellence? But are you present as a spouse, as a husband, as a father? Like, are you positively giving back to your community? Is your mind at peace? Is your physical body healthy? Quiet entrepreneurship is where you don't have to wave the flag every time you serve someone well. You don't have to jump on social media and tell the world before you go home. Turn off the car, go inside, and tell your family about the win you had that day. It's celebrating with those you love, being an active part of the community you're in, more so, sometimes first, as opposed to who's across that desk. Look, I get it. I've run launch kits for 10 years. I have gone through some really hard lessons of prioritizing business and in marketing and agenda and accomplishments and wins at work, as opposed to getting to know, spending quality time with, investing my mental resources and my ability to love those right in front of me. So when the win is revenue in dollars, it's never justified by the loss or sacrifice of those you love. It never will be. Just rewind and look at some people of history, or look behind the curtains of maybe some of the people that have, burned out and sort of come out and shared some of those experiences, that write books, and, some of their, say, content or podcasts or videos are about that. There's seasons of life, and there's some that you can like run hard in, but there's some that you need to be really wise, that you're not risking the very foundation that you're going to come back to and that you're going to be standing on for the sake of a scale or profit. So quiet entrepreneurship is like, hustle is this term that sometimes gets mixed in with the grind culture. I'm very against grind-based business practices, to hold the sort of scale and sell, the whole leverage yourself to the wazoo. That's just not my experience. That's been life-giving. We've launched over 2,000 entrepreneurs online. Nobody comes to us and says, hey, guys, I want to build a website because I've started this business that I want to run me into the ground, have me be unhealthy, frayed, stressed, fatigued. I'm looking at working about 60 hours a week so that I can burn out and not look forward to going to work every day or waking like that. No one starts a business going that way. But guess what? All the research shows if you work over 55 hours a week, it increases fatigue, stress, musculoskeletal disorders, mental health, compromises mental health and well-being, sacrifices relationships. All those things that actually make you live and enjoy life are compromised when you work over 55 hours a week. And yeah, that's true for business owners. So I'm talking to you. So I've learned a lot of those lessons the hard way. And so this quiet entrepreneurship model is sort of saying, here's where the word hustle makes sense. It's a very concentrated, specific action taken over a very specific length of time with a measurable result that you do on purpose, right? It's kind of like, if you don't just go to the gym and hang out there all day. You like go for a very specific reason, for a very specific muscle group, and then when you're done, you're done. Okay, hustle can be worked into a quiet entrepreneurship model of doing business when it's like, hey, we've got a deadline to get this thing done, but it's got boundaries around it. I'm not going to work after hours on that. I'm not going to compromise, budget, mental health, time with those I've already committed to. So this quiet entrepreneurship model isn't like throwing out all of these, like, say, terms or practices, but it's very intentionally choosing terms and practices that support mental health, that support business and culture health, that serve customers with excellence. I'll address one thing that comes up a lot. They say, how can you have this quiet entrepreneurship model where you're not always on 24/7 to grow a healthy business when you're starting? How can you do that, so to speak, turning off the phone at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock? When Mrs. Smith might be calling after work when she gets home, or he gets home from the job they're at, and says, hey, I need my lawn mowed. Hey, I need a deck done. Hey, I need my room painted. Guess what? If you build your business wisely, and we talk a lot about ways to do that here at Launch Kits, you can have an automated response go back from the text or the email or the phone call that says, hey, I'm spending time with my family right now because that's really important to me, but so is serving you. I'll get back to you tomorrow. If you don't mind holding on, I'll talk to you tomorrow. That really authentic, true transparency about your priorities resonates with people. And they don't say, well, he didn't get back to me, so I'm going with this guy. No, just try it. You'll see. You can actually, and we've learned this, like I've learned it the hard ways, you can actually set some automations, you can set some tools in place that, and these aren't complicated at all, that just say, hey, I'm prioritizing family right now, and I will definitely give you all the attention that your task deserves as soon as I get back on the clock. You also give yourself permission in quiet entrepreneurship to turn off. As an entrepreneur, it's so difficult to like turn off the mind. Sometimes it's the next business idea, the next marketing opportunity, the next partnership. You're thinking of all these things in your mind as you go through the day, and then the night, and the next morning. But guess what? Those that love you will probably tell you, if they're honest, can you just stop? Can you just not put on the apparel when you go to the event just to promote your business? Can we not put business cards in the pocket? Can you not tell me another marketing idea? Can you work on turning that off? And guess what? You do need to work on turning that off to honor and respect and give presence of mind to the people that you love, to the community that you're in. The mentality that you've always got to be on, and that you'll miss an opportunity. Guess what? You might miss opportunities, but your profitability is not going to be based on a dollar amount in a quiet entrepreneurship model. Your profitability of your business is not just a dollar amount. It's how many kickball games or softball games or whatever did you get to with your kids? How many dates did you take your wife on? And did you talk about business, or did you talk about life? You've got to think beyond dollars. Entrepreneurship is not just about making a certain revenue. It's about defining profits in a way that is both measured by revenue, because then you can employ people and you can have a meaningful impact in their life. Certainly, you can provide for your family. You can be a blessing to your community. You can be an active participant in your faith community because you're present. All of those things are true. But you also have other things that measure profitability that are not going to be on a balance sheet at the end of the day. Quiet entrepreneurship is the permission you give yourself to put some of those boundaries up. It's redefining success beyond a balance sheet. It's also realizing that you, as the entrepreneur and the business owner, have a limit. You have a limited capacity. You can't be everything to everybody. And so what you do to make yourself healthy and well is you decide ahead of time what practices are you committed to that are going to help you sustain a healthy physical, mental, spiritual, community, family, lifestyle. And then you don't compromise on those. You don't apologize. You don't compromise on those. So if you can't make someone else's need because you have these other things that you've prioritized ahead of time, you should feel great about that. That's you choosing to be a healthy, legacy-minded individual that cares and loves for the people in front of you. Honestly, more than the stranger who's just reached out for a quote. That's how it should be. We've launched over 2,000 businesses here at Launch Kits. No one comes and says, hey, I'd like to make a website for this thing that I'd like to work 60 hours a week, burn me out in 5 years, compromise a lot of relationships, and totally keep me distracted for the next 5 years as I build this. No one says that, because that's not the end in mind that people start a business wanting. We want to be present, whole, healthy people to those that we love, to have an impact in our community, and to help others and serve others, right? I mean, that's why we start businesses. So serve and honor and love yourself in your own limits, your family and the sacrifices they're making, and so that you can really give back and be someone in the community that is remembered for generosity and not necessarily workaholism. So follow us on this quiet entrepreneurship journey, and hopefully you'll learn more along the way and build a healthy business as well.